being conscious of scandal and it being in the same Shondaland family, when I moved over to How to Get Away with Murder, I looked very closely at the colors that Viola had been wearing before, and being cognizant that my friend Ellen did the pilot of How to Get Away with Murder, Ellen Moroshnik, who I greatly value, and I think she's brilliant. And I like to look at what she's been doing because I like to learn from others. Ellen had been very specific in the pilot, and the first scene you see Viola in this burgundy, sort of purplish leather jacket, writing on the board, How to Get Away with Murder. And then the next three, after the pilot, the rest of this, she sort of lost that sort of rich, there were no jewel tones on Viola. And I think her character, in antithesis to Olivia, so I was doing both shows at the same time, and I want to be sure that each felt distinctly different. I thought that was important for Pete, it was important to Pete, sure, and important for Viola. So I do love that her apartment was on fire. It's highly amusing. Thank you, Pete. He's so funny. I went back to the jewel tones from the pilot, and because I felt for her, and we talked about each character is different. So for Olivia, her power was in the white, but Viola and Annalise Keating, we went to bright orange, like a burnt orange, purples, lavenders, but rich lavenders, nothing with gray in it. Just those regal royal colors, because she really was the queen of the legal system. And so that was a complete pivot from what we had seen before on the show.
With the leather.
Yeah, I mean, what Ellen did on the pilot is brilliant. That burgundy leather jacket, but it's so stiff. And then that was just the pilot, and then there were 3 seasons, and I can't remember now, but I remember watching it thinking, I think we need to do a pivot here because there was a lot of gray. And so I did love what Ellen had done. I just like to copy Ellen. I just follow her around and copy her forever. So I just felt like so that was the big change. It also that Annalise was much more tailored, because while her mini baby lawyers were emulating her, I felt she needed to be elevated too. So all of a sudden, there was a lot of very tailored suiting, lots of dresses, not just pants, because before she was in a lot of pants. And so we made that transition. And I think the pant thing too for Viola, she feels more comfortable in pants, but I think there's also something useful in her body language when she doesn't feel quite so comfortable. She stands differently, I noticed. And so I put her in the shift dresses, which I wouldn't normally do. And she was like, I get it. I get why you're doing this. And by the way, what a stunningly amazing collaborator she is, because Viola will just stand there and say, just do it, Lyn. You tell me. And I go, are you okay? She goes, are you okay? Do you like this? I go, I do. And she goes, if you like it, I like it. I mean, she's a great, unbelievably kind and giving partner when it comes to the costume design department. She's amazing.